Alright, so shall we go into our lovely wardrobe over here?
Yes, we should. So again, as Philip mentioned earlier, this really is a very, 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 very edited selection of what we have. We have fuckloads more.
Yep.
But I think that there's a story that I want to tell about each of these items, and we want to let you know why we buy it and what we love about it.
Yeah, so the category is for us to pick up 3 pieces.
Yes.
Because we don't want to let this be a 20-hour podcast,
Yes.
right? A live stream for the matter, right? So what we wanted to do was to each pick 3 pieces that reflects our personal style.
Yes.
And our personal likes when it comes to fashion pieces, at least when it comes to outfits. Again, we're not going to accessories because it will take too long.
It will be a 20-hour live stream.
So, when did you start, Derek? Why don't you start with what we are wearing first?
Okay, cool. So yes, so what I'm wearing here is essentially a very sheer shirt. As you can see, it's very colorful. So I tend to gravitate towards pieces which are statement in and of itself. That presents problem when it comes to styling, but I usually think about that much later. Right?
Buy first, talk later.
That's correct. So this is a piece from Anderson Bell, which is a South Korean brand.
Oh, okay.
But interestingly, I bought it from Bangkok. So Bangkok, the central department store, they have a section which is the final reductions place where things were going like for 80-90% off. So ding ding ding, I headed straight for the area.
Okay.
And then I found this shirt. It's nice, sure, comfortable, and it's really airy. So it's sure, it's colorful, and it's something that I really like to wear. Right. So this is paired with a pair of pants from, again, a Thai brand, a brand that I bought from Bangkok called Greyhound. So this again was actually quite a few years already, but I'm still keeping it because the colors are very abstract. It's really comfortable and it fits to a T. This is actually something that's more stretchy and also tailored. So it's very different from the baggy silhouette that's more common these days. So yes, so this outfit was bought entirely from Bangkok, but from 2 different brands.
Yes, and speaking about Greyhound, this t-shirt as well as this pair of jeans are from Greyhound as well. We discovered Greyhound, I believe, in the early 2000s.
Correct. That's when we started going to Bangkok for holidays. And of course, Bangkok is the other major Asian city for shopping. And as you're looking around, you realize, oh, this brand is nice.
We have to really shout out to Bangkok designers because from our earlier travels, yes, their design can be a little bit loud.
Yes.
For me, maybe not for him.
No, not for me. It's perfect.
Yeah, and we really appreciated how they can take Asian sensibilities into their fashion design. So Greyhound is a brand that has been around for quite a while.
Yes,
I think it was there even before us, before we discovered it.
Correct. I think it's a very, very established Thai brand.
So established that they have Greyhound, they have Playhound, they have another Hound, which is a restaurant.
That's right.
Yeah, and they also have a fine dining restaurant at Siam Paragon that serves quite expensive pastas.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So I used to think that their clothings are quite affordable until it was not.
Correct. And that's why we only shop the items when they have a sale.
Yeah, so to me, it's almost synonymous. Whenever I go to Bangkok, I always go to Greyhound to shop. Because whenever we go, it's always towards the end of the year and the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So they're clearing out all their seasonal collections.
Or mid-year when they are clearing out the earlier part of last year.
So Thai designers are the ones to watch out. They watch out for.
Yes.
They, at least in our books, I think they are quite good.
Yeah. Personally, I think they really know how to play with colors, textures, and it's a very tongue-in-cheek approach to fashion where they are bold, but nobody gives a fuck.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's very engaging that way because they take one idea when it comes to fashion and they really run with it. Really run with it.
Yep. Yeah. And this is something that I appreciate as well with their local local fashion scene where there is a very strong support, both in terms of the shopping centers like Central and Siam Paragon,
That's right,
where
yes.
there are dedicated local designers.
That's right, yes.
Which sadly could not be said about Singapore designers.
We do have Design Singapore,
Yes.
a standalone building literally in the
the-
cross junction of Orchard.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my last experience with that space raised questions for me. Personally, I thought, wow, these are Singapore designers.
Okay. Throwing shade.
More like I think we leaned a little bit too far into two directions.
Okay.
The European sensibility where it's too austere,
Okay. Okay.
or the wrong side of the Asian sensibility that makes it looks too ching chong for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't find a happy middle ground, which I tend to find with a lot of the Thai designers. So I left empty-handed. That was something I wanted to buy. I think I told you. I was actually a chiffon jacket by dear
Oh, Thomas Wee.
Dear Thomas Wee. Yes.
Yes.
But it was expensive.
It's chiffon, darling. It's chiffon.
Fine. Yes.
All right. So our first outfit.
Outfit number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe you can go on to the outfit number two. Which
Yes.
one would you want to start?
Correct. So I want to start with this three-piece here. I think I'll go right into this too, right? So what I want to talk about with these two pieces is the fact that because I think in reaction to fast fashion, material is becoming more and more important to me.
Yep.
When I'm in the fitting room, after trying on how it looks, the next thing I look for is the label.
Yeah, correct.
Not the brand label, but a care label, which talks about, what material is it made of?
yeah.
So in this case, this is actually an alpaca piece from Acne Studios.
Alpaca from alpaca wool.
Alpaca wool,
Yes.
right? So in Singapore's weather, this would have been incredibly unpractical, but it's actually very thin. It's also very stretchy.
Okay.
So I think this is a great material even in Singapore's weather. There's also a deep armhole for me to show off my body. Adi. So that's to the slutty side of me now, okay? So that I paired with this Zara lambskin jacket. I was very surprised to find this in Zara. So first things first, it's 100% lambskin, so it's really thin and soft. It's very wearable, and
Even in Singapore, you mean?
yeah, even in Singapore.
The inside is untreated though, so you need to be careful with it.
Yeah, correct. So items like this are always a bitch to maintain, but I think that's something that you will learn to appreciate that even though it doesn't cost more than, it was only $150, I think. It's made of a superior material. It's not polyester. It's not PU. Jesus, PU.
Ew, PU.
Exactly, right. Okay, don't come for me with the whole eco-conscious, don't kill cows shit. Sorry, no, leather.
I eat beef, you buy leather.
Yeah, no conscience whatsoever. So this is lambskin. So Mary had a little lamb, huh?
Okay.
She had. And I kind of paired the bottom with a pair of Levi's, but not just any Levi's. This is actually the press range, which I got from a Tokyo secondhand luxury shop.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the low price of $50,
Okay.
$70.
So this is a vintage piece.
Yes.
Vintage as in from the labels.
Yeah.
Not sure whether you can show
Yeah.
the. No, I will just supplement with
Yeah,
picture.
correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it is. I was very surprised to find this because first things first, I've never seen this in Singapore, and I think the last time it actually was sold in Singapore, we were in our teens. That's how long it's been. It's the press range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what's unique about this is that the material is superior, so it's not your typical Levi's jeans, and it's actually of a cut that's very flattering. It's flare, but it's also tailored at the same time. So this from a pair of Levi's, I had to get it for only $50. So yes, I thought this outfit really comes together by way of texture, material, silhouette, and just how it genuinely creates just that nice air of casualness, but also seriousness with the lambskin jacket.
Look at you using big words like silhouettes and texture.
I know, right? Am I the designer?
Are you Tim Gunn?
Make it work, make it work. Yes.
Right. All right. So, you want to go on to the next outfit or?
Your turn.
Okay. So, my personal style is actually largely shaped by my partner because it is also a predicament for men that as we grow older,
Yep.
we need to kind of dress our age.
Disagree, but go on, Philip.
So, standalone pieces like this in pink and orange, right, are okay with me. But I tend to go for something that is a little bit more subdued.
Not this, in short,
Not this. So what I do have is something which is this and this. So myself and Derek, we get misidentified quite a few times as Japanese or Koreans.
Correct, yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
I sometimes decide to lean into that identity and to wear something that makes me look more Japanese in a way.
Correct. And this jacket, I believe, is from Japan.
Yes, it's Muji.
There you
So I used to stay away from Muji's outfits because they used to be quite expensive.
Correct, yeah.
And I probably because of Uniqlo
Yeah.
and other China brands coming to Singapore
Yep.
that they've in the past two years they've decided to revise their pricing. So
About fucking time.
so their wearables are a lot more palatable these days for me to buy.
Correct.
So that's why I put these two together with this pair of, again, Muji worker pants. And I like the texture. Overall outfit, I like it that it makes me look like a Japanese. And I think that is something that is quite cute. isn't
Yes. And Philip may not have noticed this, but this actually illustrates a general dressing principle that for all you clueless guys out there, think about light, medium, dark.
Okay.
If you're wearing three separate pieces, there's the light, there's the medium, there's the dark. So you will always look coordinated and you don't have to overthink it. Just think about three shades, that's all. Very straightforward. Yeah.
Right. Although there's also the eternal wisdom of patterns and colors.
Correct.
One thing that I admire about Derek is that he doesn't really care about clashing.
Yes, that's correct, Philip. And there was a time when it doesn't matter. I would believe that it was the mid-2000s when it doesn't matter that whatever you're wearing is clashing or not. In fact, it was a trend that you are supposed to wear with clashing patterns, clashing colors, because that was the confident 2000s, mid-2000s, and that's meant to express a zeitgeist of the fact that you are confident and you want to give a big fuck you to the rest of the world through fashion.
So wear whatever the fuck you want.
That's correct.
You can pair different patterns together.
Yes,
Because
checks and stripes. Why the fuck not?
you are courageous indeed.
Yes, so that's how we are same but different.
Yeah, I tend to be a bit safer when it comes to
Colors and patterns.
colors and patterns, yes.
That's correct.
Why don't you move on to your last outfit?
Yes, so that said about colors, patterns, and textures, I do dress conservatively. It's not all crazy colors all the time. So this is, again, a second-hand luxury piece from Loewe. So Loewe by J.W. Anderson, who is no longer
I think he left, yeah.
Yes. So this is going to be a collector's item, I guess, hopefully. So what's interesting about this piece is that you would have thought it's a very normal, boring shirt, but these are actual knots, which are actually like, I'm not a Boy Scout, but I don't know what these knots are. But it's interesting. It creates texture. It creates volume. It creates a very tactile idea to what you wear, which is a signature of J.W. Anderson.
Yes,
at Loewe. So this I've paired with a white pants. This was something that we bought when we were in New York pre-COVID, and I think we bought a pair of Philip Lim. This is Philip Lim 3.1. White-legged pants even before it was a thing right now. So it's really roomy. I like that it's pinstripe, so it creates a little bit more formality, but its silhouette as bagginess creates that flow and movement as you're moving. So, so this is another example of how I kind of look at dressing up. Not just in terms of texture, but volumes, silhouette, and movement.
And you will probably wear this to...
Something that is semi-formal.
Yeah.
But it's something that also requires you to kind of interact with people, so that it becomes a statement piece. People can strike up a conversation with you, and you know how to take the conversation forward.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, because in social situations, sometimes we find it very hard to talk to people.
Correct.
So it can just like, oh, I love your shirt. Where is it from?
I like what you wear. What are you wearing? Right.
Yeah. So you're giving a conversation starter to people.
An opener, if you will.
Oh, how benevolent of you, Derek.
Right. You know what? Fashion is fun.
Yes, it should be fun. It should be
fun.
frivolous.
Yes.
And it is serious sometimes.
Yes, for sure. Philip,
Yeah.
your last look.
So my last piece is something very boring, but what I like for it is actually it is a very textured shirt, almost like a camouflage pattern, and this is from COS. Now, COS is a brand that we both like as well.
That's right.
It's a subsidiary of H&M.
Yeah, it's the upmarket version of H&M, if you will.
It's also the motto behind COS is also quite benevolent, quite good in the sense that they also they emphasize on the quality of the material and fabric and the cut as well. So they are stylish pieces, not fashionable pieces. If you want fashionable pieces, you go to H&M.
That's correct, because H&M has all these brand collaborations with famous designers like Versace, Mugler, and all that. So stick to that if you want fashion, but you come to COS for style.
Yeah, so I have had a few pieces from COS, and I do say that they last a little bit longer, except for one blue color polo tee that I have where it starts to discolor a little bit.
Okay.
The rest of the stuff that I have from them, they still hold on very well. Especially this one of my favorites, because it's slightly oversized and it has a nice pattern and texture to it. It's not just a plain white print t-shirt, it's almost like knitwear. So I really appreciate that.
So it creates a bit of a camouflage effect without making it look too obvious or butch, if you will.
Yep. And this pair of pants I bought from Taobao. So this is one of my very occasional indulgences.
I wonder which Japanese designer this reminds me of.
Anywho, yeah, that was right. I was trying to go for that designer without paying that price.
That's correct.
So yeah, I have to say that I might be a little bit hypocritical when it comes to fast fashion, but again, I don't buy a lot. So
Are we sure?
Yes, we are sure.
Okay.
Accessories maybe, but clothes a lot less these days.
That's correct. So yeah, I think this gives you an idea of how we dress, why we dress the way we do, and what we look out for when we're out shopping.
And we are so different from each other.
Yes, we are. So different. So different. No.
Right. So I believe we've come to the end of the episode.
That's correct. It's been a fun episode talking about what we love to wear.
Yeah, so how would you, moving forward, maybe just to end off this episode, and as we grow, unfortunately, older,
because there's only one direction to go, right?
Yeah. Where and how do you think fashion is taking you?
Do not go gently into the good night. I disagree with dressing our age. Because if we were to dress our age, we'll be wearing Montagut polo t-shirts and Brentwood pants. Kids, you can Google them.
Or crocodile.
Not Lacoste, crocodile. So take risks, look good, understand silhouettes, but just do not go gently into the good night.
I would say that fit is important, because as we grow older,
And
our body shapes changes.
Yes.
So it's best to get things that fit you.
Right. Not stylistically, but physically, like actual measurements.
Yes. Do not be bothered about what is trending. Long, short, thin, broad. It doesn't matter.
Correct, it doesn't.
If at the end of the day, a perfect suit is the way to go, but you can't wear suits every day in Singapore weather.
No.
So it's best that to find something that suits you.
Correct.
I mean, pun unintended. That fits you.
Yeah,
more
play material, play with silhouettes, understand what works for you, and buy 5 of the same item
or not.
or 6.
With that, we have come to the end of the episode. This has been fun.
Yes, this has been fun.
Yeah.
You know? Again, we have fuckloads more clothes than this, but I think this gives us you an idea of what we like about fashion.
And by extension, how our characters are.
Yeah,
Because we dress how we feel.
that's great.
It is a reflection of who we are inside
Correct.
and how we want people to see us.
In the wise words of Madonna, express yourself, bitch.
Yes. Right. So we encourage you to express yourself in the comments below.
Yes,
Let
leave us
know-
your thoughts. Let us your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know how we did for so many episodes. Give us
Yeah.
the comments. We'd like to hear from you.
Follow,
And
like, subscribe, share.
yes, let people know. Especially for those men who have no idea how to dress. Yeah.
This could be the final. This could be the episode that
Yeah.
you save a friend from bad fashion.
Yes. And with that,
Goodbye.
see you in our next episode.
Bye.
Bye bye.